Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pop Art Hunter channel. Today we're going to be looking at a couple sketchbooks from Jim Smith, one of the co-creators of Ren and Stimpy. I think he was also the musician that played the music at the very opening theme song, etc., so on and so forth. But we got Furry Are the Naked and Mighty Are the Naked, and we're going to be taking a look at these. I think they're kind of cool sketchbooks. It gives you a little peek behind the curtain of the animation process, and not only are there Ren and Stimpy characters, but other characters as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so we got Furry Are the Naked, the Hairball edition, and Furry or Mighty Are the Naked. I can't even read. Now these are Jim Smith, which again, Jim Smith was involved in the creation of Ren and Stimpy, and we're just going to go through it and look at these particular sketchbooks because I think they're, I don't know, I think they're just kind of neat. They have some great style to them. Also, you can see the production and layout by Frank Forte at the bottom here, and you might know that name because we have a video of Frank Forte's art prints that we have on the channel as well. So if you haven't checked that out, do so. I think this is the Rhino for maybe Spider-Man, or maybe it's just a random character, but yeah, he has a rhino horn and he's a big burly guy, so I can just imagine. It looks like Paul Giamatti, does it not? Since he was the most recent iteration of the Rhino, I believe. And as you're looking at these, you can sort of see the inspiration style of Ren and Stimpy. You can see that it looks like it. And here's George Liquor at the bottom here, which made an appearance. It's kind of a controversial part of the Ren and Stimpy show. Some people think he's just a sleaze and they don't like him. But you can definitely see the inspiration. I remember this. I can't remember the episode, but it was like Untamed World or one of those types of shows. I think it was Untamed World, maybe, where they had this sort of weird hot creature and got really PO'd and was like eating some creature. Yeah, and here's the... and maybe it wasn't Untamed World. Maybe there was an episode that was kind of like the evolution, like Stimpy. So it was a Stimpy Gator Saurus Rex or something like. This little one-celled amoeba grows up to be a Stimpy and then, turns into what we know today. So all the animals had a Ren or a Stimpy sort of look to them. And here's, I think it's Untamed World. I'd have to look back. Just my memory is not what it used to be. Oh, there's some more of this one. Paralyzing his victim with fright. Xerox down slightly. Yeah, so this is some cool images. Cool to see them from the shows I remember. But then also like that rhino looking character. Oh, yeah, there's Ren as the little gecko, Jesus lizard, whatever it is. I remember this one. I don't know if they're going to have the stuff later, but the tongue, like they slowed it down so much and the tongue turned into a fist and like slapped the fly and then grabbed the fly and just like curled it back into its mouth. That was kind of fun. Yeah, so these are just some creatures, may have appeared in Ren and Stimpy, may have not. But again, you can definitely see the inspiration and style of Ren and Stimpy, or at least of Jim Smith or John Can, those artists. I mean, they had a certain look and feel to these characters, for sure. Well, there's a more complete version of something. I do not know what that's from. That's probably from something because it looks fairly complete. We got some Stimpy there, got some Ren, and then the dad. These are some good things. Oh, there's the fireman. I have one original sketch concept of the fireman. Yeah, so that's the first book. So let's look at Furry Are the Naked. And again, the books I don't believe have any nakedness in them except for the characters, are kind of naked because they're maybe not wearing clothes. Yeah, but would you consider that naked? I don't know. I have no clue. I'll just flip through this a little bit. We got Spumco Paint. So Spumco is the company that teamed up with Nickelodeon to create it. Ren and Stimpy, that is. I don't remember this dog, so this must be from maybe a different show altogether. Yeah, possibly. I'm not exactly sure. But again, kind of a cool... it's kind of cool to see that same sort of style with something unrelated. Just to know that exists. Well, maybe it is Ren and Stimpy because here's... it looks like Stimpy here. And unless... maybe I'm just not remembering this episode, or maybe Stimpy made an appearance in something else, or maybe these are just such old concepts that it had a Stimpy character... but was from something completely different. I don't know. I don't remember this at all. But they have a whole scene layout, so this must be something produced. I'm probably just completely misremembering. But there's not as much Ren and Stimpy in this except for that one little instance, so I'm kind of curious. Does anyone know what this is from? If you're watching this and you know what this is from, save me. We got George Schlicker, and we've got what appears to be Stimpy, and just one part of this looking over the fence, and that's about all. So it almost looks like an unrelated thing, and then, you know, the dog called over Stimpy and's like, hey, Stimpy, or hey, cat, look at this. I don't know what that's from exactly. And maybe this isn't the rhino? Because was this the same guy? Yeah, it looks like the rhino, but it might just be the guy's hair kind of sticking up. I don't know why Jim Smith would be doing the rhino. I don't know. Anyway, they're kind of cool books. I think they're pretty neat. I like having some sketches, and even though these aren't original, I like having some of that sketch work to see sort of like the little look behind the scenes at the creation process versus just the final product. So yeah, happy to have these. I think it's really cool looking through these different sketchbooks and seeing things that I recognize from Ren and Stimpy episodes, but also seeing that same style of sketch and animation, that same cartoonish style, applied to other characters that I don't know about or haven't seen. And so I think it's really cool to sort of, again, get a peek behind the curtain. We look at some different animation books across my channel. J. Scott Campbell is one of them, where we've looked at his final polished drawings, his, sketched or his final line art, but without color. And then also the sketchbooks that are just the rough stuff, just the, little bits and pieces and doodles on the napkin type of stuff that will then lead to those pieces. So for me, I think these books sort of feel like that rough on the napkin sketch that led to Ren and Stimpy, or led to these other cartoons or drawings, or maybe they were just characters that got drew on the napkin and never made it anywhere. And so what makes it and what doesn't makes it pretty interesting. So anyway, I think these are some cool sketchbooks. I'm glad I have them in my collection. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all those sorts of things, and we will see you next time right here on the Pop Art Hunter channel.